Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 21 of my lower league management playthrough in Football Manager 2016 with FC United. So we'll start this episode off with something really surprising. It just happened right now for me, so I thought I should record from this point in time. Emisi Caminino has just decided to leave the club. Which is not out of the ordinary. We didn't offer him a new contract. He was just on a month-to-month contract, so it was fair play to him. I can't complain about it, but he was dominating for me. I just, like every player, I told you at the start of the season, this start of second season, so many players want a new contract. Like, the same could happen potentially to Wolfenden. Obviously on 180 per week, but you offer him a new contract, and he wants like 600 an agent fee as well, because he's got an agent, obviously. And yeah, a lot of bonuses and more appearance fee than he's on. And yeah, all those players basically want that after the first season. I'm not sure if the game undervalued them, like with their original contracts. I don't really know, so I can't comment. But that's disappointing for him to leave. And if I go to approach to sign, yeah, he just doesn't want to come back to us. So wish him luck in the future. Can't get too mad about it, like I said, because we didn't offer him a new contract. We didn't give him the extra money he wanted. But at the start of the season, I didn't feel, he permitted that. So we're going to lose one of our better players that has he's helped us get points in the last few games. We've been unbeaten. We've been unbeaten for a while now. So maybe a shaky start to the season, you could say. And now I'm kind of doing what I wanted, or what I wanted to correct from last season. Of course, I got 3 losses, but our loss column isn't looking terrible. It's 3. We're getting a bit more draws instead of losses. That was something I want to target. I remember mentioning it in one episode. But now, sure, the available wage budget goes up by a little bit. Maybe we can replace him with someone. I won't do it. Maybe after this game we have against Nuneaton, I can analyse. We can go for a signing. But I'll take Njoli. I'll take him off the under 20. I had him for under 21 games. So, and it is the left fullback position. So you can think Jerome Wright could just come in, or that's where he was playing. He was playing left mid a bit as well. But yeah, you could say we could just bring someone else in that position, and we do have a few players like Jack Harris, who's a natural left back. But Caminino, I felt Caminino was more of a left midfielder, but he was playing well at the fullback on attack. With playing the wide midfielders who stay back a bit more, they allow for the fullbacks to get forward, and that's what Caminino, he actually did that. He won it late in the game. I'll just show you. Sometimes I'll do this when I'll play games off camera. We scored in the 91st minutes to win it. We started with conceding an early goal, and then Henry Collins got an equaliser. But this was in the 91st minute. You see Ratchi, he's been a good player as well. Look at that ball, but that Caminino to play it to Wolfenden. That was a good goal for Wolfenden. It was actually his 100th goal for FC United. You can see down the bottom with the commentary. So that was a big goal for Wolfenden to score. But Caminino, he shined, really. He was one of our better players on the day. Well, he probably was the best. Alex Baird, I gave him a chance in goal and did really well, even though he conceded one. So, I've got to be careful with that, because any other player that is on a month-to-month contract, or just a non-contract in general, they may just end up leaving, maybe when they're performing well and they think they can get a move to a bigger club. So it's something I should keep in mind. So yeah, leave your feedback. And like someone like Cameron Murray as well, who's a bit in and out, he's playing off the bench a lot, will go off a new contract, and he wants 350. I know it's a little bit more, but it's not major. Yeah, what about someone like that? And then Wolfenden, you know how he wants a bit more, because he's smashing in goals. I'd love to see what you would do in this situation. So lads, after surveying some options, I've gone through some left backs, search via the tackling, the highest tackling attributes, just to get a gauge, and you select by technical, you can see, a lot of potential attributes. Depends what position you're looking for. You can search for technical, defensive, like attacking, physical, mentals, all that good stuff. But a Bath City lad, Martin Slocum, from my memory, he never made a huge impact with me when I was Bath City in the last few years. But to me, he looks really balanced. Physicals aren't too good, but then he's got the natural fitness, makes it alright. I feel he's pretty weak, but for me, he's got really strong mental attributes. Doesn't have too many lower ones, like vision you see there, maybe a couple with the 6s, but then he's got quite a few that's 10 or more, so that really intrigues me. And then he's got the 13 tackling, and then for the fullback role on attack to get forward, like you saw Caminino got that assist. He was playing the fullback role. He's got 13 tackling, but then he's got the passing, work rate, so he works hard. Obviously, he's that kind of player, works for the team, which is good. Crossing 7, dribbling 6. It's not terrible, but he's a really good tackler as well, who'll make the challenges. Just at a quick glance, he was probably one of the better options. So if we go approach to sign, he'll be available again on a non-contract, but he wants a pretty hefty appearance fee. So we'll see if we can negotiate that a little bit. Maybe we can drop that down to 300. That'll be on a similar level of other players, either on appearance fee or on the wage. Clean sheet bonus will increase that a bit more, because obviously if we get clean sheets, we're doing well and getting good results. Unused sub, I don't think he'll be on the bench too much when he's not playing, so we can put that up to 100 maybe, and then we'll suggest terms as a backup, and he accepts that. So get that quick deal in, and he's all right, and that's what I mean. He's the second best tackler available for a left back anyway. So that's what I mean. There's only 86 players found out of all left backs that want to join me in the whole game. But then if you take show filters, like you take off the realistic transfers and realistic loans, is it? Yeah, there's 163 in total. I'm surprised there's not more. But anyway, because in our scouting range as well, only 2% world knowledge. So you got to keep that in mind as well. So, for example, someone like Chris Hussey, who's available, but he wouldn't want to join me. And not completely does any other teams want him? Yeah, Leighton Orient. So he's a bit of a higher level, but you see what I mean. There isn't that many players available just because of the world knowledge. I'd like to get the knowledge up a bit, so maybe we players from other places in the UK could, because right now it just shows English players, really. Or if they're not English, they've played in England. So, like this guy's Spanish, but he would have been in England. So you get what I mean anyway. From now, there's slim pickings. So there's not too many players available. And Martin Slocum has the second best tackling out of all the left backs that are out of a contract that want to join me as well. So, and he's got some other decent attributes and good mentals. But now, guys, we're going to go into the first FA Cup game for this season for ourselves. I want to go a bit further. Obviously, for money, it's so important in the lower levels to go as far as you can. And we are playing against Nuneaton, who are 19th in the league. They've only won 2 games this season. I know we've only won 1 more. We've won the 3. But I'd like to think our position in the league better than theirs, being able to pick up more points and playing at home. I'd like to think we can play our best football. I know our pitch is probably not the best. You can see terrible pitch, and the way I set it up as well, we're going to deal with that throughout the whole season. It's not terrible. I think how we, obviously, I wanted to make it unique, I guess you could say, so it could really be even more of a benefit to ourselves, but we had to get used to it as well. So I'm really more intrigued to see how we're going to play today. And also, Njoli is going to get a start. He was improving in a lot of his attributes, but that was like a week ago, but he's still been improving. He's got very solid attributes, doesn't he? Really well-rounded. So I reckon it's a time for him to flourish. He's young. He's got a little bit of pace about him, good technically. So one of those kind of exciting type of wingers, and hopefully, he could actually show that. I'm still sticking with the wide midfielders, sticking with the roles. Of course, winger, that's a natural winger. No doubt he'll be better in that role, but it's more so how the team's set up as a whole with the fullbacks. When they get forward, they provide, another crossing option. And like you saw the goal, the assist from Caminino, who unfortunately left the club, but we're moving forward now. And it's a bit disappointing though. I am disappointed that he moved on just for no reason. It's not like, I could understand if another team made an offer, but he just left for no reason. Have you had that before? I haven't actually ever in lower league management. Never. So I probably haven't played lower league management as much as other people who've played it. I've played it in the last few years, but still, I've never experienced a player leaving when they were on a non-contract. But this year, I'm having a lot more players on non-contract, so you could keep that in mind as well. So we'll just go straight into the team talk, and we'll go assertively. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, keen to avenge one. Usually that gets some good motivating reaction so we can push into this game. And yeah, the Wolfenden at attacking midfield, playing second striker, and then Henry Collins. Still, Henry Collins scored 5 goals this season, so he's just come in and he's acted like a good first team player. And look how big pitch is. I'm not sure. I already believe probably I made a mistake making the pitch like this for our home games because we haven't really dominated. But maybe as the season goes on, our team will get even more used to it, and maybe we can exploit that. And if you can see our instructions, I've taken off like the work the ball into the box and play out of defense. Probably not suitable for our team, but again, we've got to mold our team in terms of instructions, tactics, and change it as we go. Okay, first chance. I'd love to see a goal here. This will give us some confidence! And Jolly! Where has this lad been hiding? That's his first goal of the season. Oh, maybe he can be the replacement for Caminino. Caminino is... we're going to hopefully sign another replacement for left back. We got Harris, who put the throw in there. But to play that, Caminino was always rotating between left back and left mid. But maybe we've found someone that can step up. He's very young. He's only 17. But there he shows his quality. So guys, we're 20 minutes in now. We have scored. And Jolly, fantastic goal, as you saw. Good assist from Phillips as well. But we're going to go just with a tighten up. Just tighten up team talk. Play a bit tighter now to make sure this is the time where I would concede a goal, I reckon, if we don't go on to score another ourselves. If it's an equaliser in the first half, it would come around this time, in my experience anyway. Even though Nuneaton don't look likely at all. We're dominating the possession, so that's good to see. And we just need to hold on. I'd love to see Alex Baird pick up a clean sheet as well, and that means obviously we would advance. But young Australian keeper. I just want to see him progress a bit more. Obviously, we need game time for that. And I suppose that's the positive with our pitch. If there isn't too many chances and we do somehow get that goal, it's very hard for the opposition to score. That's a major positive for us playing at home. So that's really, really good. You see Joe Kearns looking exhausted. Might have to sub him at some point. I want to see how he looks at half-time, though. See how he recovers, maybe after the first 10 minutes or so. Of course, we can have 7 on the bench for the FA Cup game, so that's a good thing. A great defensive performance. You can see that, not many chances, but if we take our chance, very unlikely that the opposition will score. Oh, I said that now, so that means they are going to score. Oh, no. Anyway, I'm going to say... guard against complacency. I know that's always a risk of maybe one player not getting a good reaction, maybe getting a red reaction, but good there. The team's focused. That's very, very important. So we'll see how Joe Kearns, how he goes. And I want to give him as many games as I can, really, because only 20, you can see already progressing in some attributes. And definitely a player that could be, I don't know what's his potential. I reckon to be a good player in the conference, the next league above us. But we'll have to see. Obviously, our training facilities aren't the best, so players are going to obviously improve through game time. So young lads, you give them a lot of game time, best chance to reach their potential. You have to give them game time. You can't rely on training. But we could have an early chance here. Phillips, no, they intercept, and that's it. Joe Kearns, they keep saying that, but his condition, it got better, wasn't it, in the 50s? So I reckon he's alright. I don't want to sub him out too early. Like if we're defending well as a team, but I will sub him at some point. We'll just have to see. Is that going to be a free kick for us? It's going to be yellow card to David Morgan. So we are travelling along nicely in this game. You can see they made some changes. We've got 60% possession, 7 shots, 3 on target. I definitely want another goal. So we are creating chances without a doubt, but nothing too key, I guess. Nuneaton as well. You can see... they're not really creating too much, but I reckon now we take off Joe Kearns and Tom Marshall. I just didn't want to wait too long. Look, he's got 83% condition as well, but superb morale. You know he's good in the air. So we'll bring him on. Didn't want to bring him on too early, like I said, because his condition was a bit lower than maybe some others. And Jack Phillips, he's had a great game. He's dominating the midfield. I'm very hesitant to take him off, if I'm honest, even though his condition is going out. He's really dominating of late. If I talk about dominant players who's helping us perform the way we are, it's him. Look, quite a few ratings over the 7. Sure, he's had some under, but he's actually playing well. Like, he plays a lot of key passes a lot of the time, and he's very, very good. He's becoming that player that I wanted him to be when we signed him last season. Obviously, a lot of higher attributes. So, I'm just, it's so crucial. Sometimes you don't have to make a change sometimes. So we've got to be mindful of that. But I'm looking at maybe players that haven't had the best of games. Maybe Craig Linfield. You've got to be careful of the strikers as well. Like, we don't really have any, like Wolfenden, Collins. We'll bring on Ratchie out wide and we'll see how he goes. He's a good player. He's another one who's similar to Phillips, but he's a bit older, so he probably won't progress in his attributes. But he's got, quite a few high technicals and mentals, but poor physically. And lads, definitely in this time of the game, it's definitely a time to go concentrate, where the team needs to focus. We need to keep our head in the game. We can't let them slip up, because I could easily see this being one of those games where they do get one really good chance on target and they do take it. Also, I noticed on the match stats when you put it there, it doesn't show the clear-cut chances. But what can you do? Surely there's plenty of room for it. But anyway, we can just see that at the end of the game to review. But here's Reed. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. And yes, they score. If you want to know why I'm celebrating, it is because any natural reaction I get to conceding is called complaining and blaming the game. So instead, I'm going to celebrate when the opposition scores, because anything I react to is in a negative way, even though it would be like a natural reaction that anyone else would get during a game. But yeah, I might as well just celebrate. Go ahead and call that blaming the game. Okay, to get my head back in the game now, I think we need to make a change. Dali Adabola is going to be coming on for Collins. I've got to leave Wolfenden on, I reckon, but we'll just change up the positions, and then Adabola will go to striker, obviously, and he'll go target man and on attack, obviously. And maybe this is where we'll go to the wingers, where we want to actually go. We want to go for a goal for now, so we'll go support on the wingers, and there we go. Hopefully we can press on now, and maybe I'll change the mentality from counter just to standard, just on the normal right there. So we'll see, because I don't want to commit too much. Even if we are playing at home, I just say Adabola can make a difference. He looked happy, and there we go. And didn't I say that as well, though? I said they could be one of these games where they have one chance on target and they finish. It's like I predicted what was going to happen, and it did. So now maybe... Oh, is that a highlight? Yeah, see, I saw that coming. It's funny how that happened. But anyway, Burn. I hope we don't lose it from here. Hopefully we score. Wolfenden. I felt that chance was too quick for a goal. Does that mean we could still have a chance from a corner? I don't know. Phillips. Oh, no. Come on. Wolfenden. Phillips. Oh, Adabola. What an opportunity that was. And I think that would be it. But yeah, a couple of decent opportunities. Ooh, that almost found its way. It was like pinballing almost. But to go for a late chance, that's just, let's go for it. Last 10 minutes now. We'll pump the ball into the box, all this stuff here. Go route one. We'll go overload right now. Shoot on sight when we get the chances. Hit in the early crosses. Just absolutely everything right now. Be more expressive. Take more risks. Let's go for it. We're playing at home, so we might as well. We've made all the changes we can. We've dominated possession and really chances. We have. Like I mentioned, they just had that one good chance on target. So come on, last 5 minutes. Team talk. We'll go passionately and demand more. I've been saying that a lot because once when I said it, I basically got a goal right away. And then I don't think I've gotten a goal any other time after I've said that. But we dominated after I said that in one game. But anyway, with Jack Phillips killing like that, and then Jolly, what a goal. That was definitely worthy of winning this game, the goal and Jolly scored. But it doesn't look likely. We go all out, but nothing seems to happen late in the game. I'm really used to that now, so I'm not getting really too mad about it. Them not showing a key highlight just at the end of the game now where nothing happens. So it's going to end the 90 minutes this way. I don't think they're going to score. See, that's a bit weird like that. Like, you just know they're not going to get a goal because you just know the end of the game highlights. And this should be it now. There you go. So, that's an interesting result. So we're just going to go assertively and just say, yeah, not good enough today. That's the kind of match we should be winning. And we'll just go to the post-match analysis. And you can see, even there, it doesn't show the clear-cut chances. You have to go into this match stats area there. Both teams didn't have a clear-cut chance. So I felt we deserved to win that game. Again, dominated with possession. I would say dominated chances. We didn't dominate chances. We just had more. And they just had, well, they ended up having 2 on target. But to get that goal back at least, the first shot they had on target was a goal. Always frustrating. But again, looking towards the positives. How about Jack Phillips? Completed 84 passes. He was just so good. Key passes was 8 as well. Dominating performance. A bit disappointing. And I'm not sure if that's just because of our pitch, that I've made it like long and narrow. And it affects our chances created. But yeah, Jack Phillips had a great game. That's all I can say, really. So, guys, that will be the end of the episode, because I did go through a few stuff at the start with, trying to sign a player, obviously, in Slocum, and Caminino leaving. And also, Henry Collins has grown a beard now. That's cool with the regen faces. Shows he's getting a bit older, but he's still only 16, so that's a bit funny. So, because we're going to have a replay, and that's going to be away from home against Nuneaton, I'm going to play 2 games in the next episode. We'll go Nuneaton, then FC Halifax. So, drop a like if you'd like to see that episode, and yeah, your feedback on everything that happened in this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.